Hello everyone, welcome to the second episode of Season 2, Story with Ali. In this episode, I'm going to interview a French marathon athlete, Steve Salagnac. Steve Salagnac has an impressive list of achievements, and having conquered 8 marathons in prestigious locations such as Belfast, Paris, Amsterdam, Berlin, Roma, and many more. Let's watch how Steve's dedication and passion for running have taken him on an incredible journey of endurance and triumph. We will talk and delve into his inspiring childhood stories, his unwavering commitment to sports, and the remarkable experiences that have shaped his athletic career. So get ready to be inspired by the journey of Steve Salagnac, and don't forget to subscribe Story with Ali. So here we are today with Steve Salagnac. I met Steve on Instagram, and thank you very much for answering my text.
Thank you.
I really saw your profile and I was looking at your achievements, like you have been 8 times championship in marathon and you have been participating in multiple countries in marathon. So Steve, tell us about your journey today first.
I started to run because I have some weights. So I try a shorter distance, like 5 and 10 kilometers. And I ran my first marathon 6 months after my beginning on running. It was really tough. The first was with a hot weather in France too.
Yes.
And after that, I tried to, for each marathon, I try to improve, to progress, and I do my best each time.
Okay, that's very nice. And Steve, you know, when we are children, when we are like kids, we have multiple options, you know, to participate in sports. So what were your options when you were a child, like different sports that you had to play?
Football.
Okay, so you also used to play football when you were a child, okay?
Football, because I see my first football game on TV. It was the final of the Champions League.
Okay.
In when Marseille in France win the first and the only one in football. And I remember that my dad supports this club, and he put a scarf on the TV. So after that I began to play on the streets, because it was the most popular sport. So I played football during something like 25 years.
Wow, that's a big time, a long time. And why did you choose like marathon? Like you said, you have been playing football. So why did you choose marathon, to go into marathon and then practice professionally?
Life don't give me the opportunities to continue football, because we need to go to each training. We depend on partners, so it was difficult to continue because I have child. So the only sport I can do at this time, 7 years ago, was running. You put just the shoes and you run. But it was a sport that I hate because before I can't run without a ball.
Steve, I want to ask you, like, you know, when we are, or specifically athletes, when they are in the practice room or when they are just having training sessions, they have a different mentality. Correct me if I'm wrong. And when you go on marathon, or when you go in the real competition with other athletes around you, what changed, like in the mentality, in your behavior, your perspective? What changed when you leave training session and you go in the real field and, you know, compete? What changed actually?
We have different mentality in the sports. On competition day, I'm focused on the performance. I have just that on my mind. For trainings, you have different trainings, so you have training to progress. You give your best, and you have some trainings to relax and made I don't have the word endorphin. So you have a multiple mindset.
Right. And what was your first win Like, what was the first championship that you've won?
Yes, the best achievement for me was just here, just a few meters ago.
Oh wow, okay.
For the Paris Marathon for 3 years ago. It was my first attempt to run sub 3 hours. So it was a big goals because because I remember that I say few years ago to my friend to in some runners group that it was impossible for me to run this time. It's not my level, so it was this very good achievement for me, and I do a time just under the sub 3 hours for some seconds.
And how about your family? Like, were they there during that day? Your friends and family, were they supportive? Were they around you in that day?
Yeah, yes. On that day, my wife and my kids come at the end. So I have the ambition to run some meters with my child, but it was difficult because you have many crowd in this event.
Okay, Steve, you know, I've been meeting a lot of athletes, and the thing I see when I see an athlete, they have discipline, they have like specific diet and a daily routine, you know, kind of everything is so perfect about them. So I want to ask you, like, is it easy to be an athlete?
Yeah, for me it's an individual sport. You have no limits, so you can improve and progress each day. You can have some difficulties in life, or you can have different age, but you can progress day by day. So this is my motivation. I'm a competitor, so I try to progress and to keep the mind.
As you just said, you know, like, it's difficult and managing time specifically, and then you have a family as well. I want to ask you, like, what do you enjoy most about, you know, being an athlete? Like, what is the thing that you enjoy most about sports and yourself and your daily routine?
It depends on your daily life. The few years ago it was easy for me, but now with 3 childs, 14 hours a week work, it's really difficult. I remember that last year I trained something like 10 hours a week, between 8 and 10 hours, and now it's difficult to find the time. I train around 5 hours a week, so it's quite difficult to have the motivation each time and to find the time.
As you said, you know, it's a busy schedule, you have to have time for everything. Do you find enough time to use social media?
Yeah, in Instagram.
Just use Instagram, no any other, like Facebook and other things?
Just Instagram, some like Facebook, but for me, yes, only Instagram.
And you know, like, we see young athletes, they are mostly on social media, you know, posting and making videos rather than doing training and sessions sometimes. Do you think social media is like kind of distraction nowadays for athletes?
Yeah, it can be a distraction. It's difficult to find the right balance. It takes time to create content and share. But for me, it's a possibility to share my journey, to share, to have inspiration, give inspiration, to take motivation, to give motivation. So it's like a game for me, and for me it helped me, and it's not a distraction.
What sacrifices you had to make, or you are still making, to continue your passion for marathon and to run or visit different countries?
It's still about times. When I train, I don't spend time with my family, so the most difficult for me is to give the right balance.
I can imagine, like, it's hard to balance your life. Like, you have a job as well, then you have sports as well, then you have family as well.
Yeah.
Multiple things to do, so it's hard. How about failures? Because you had a long journey, you know. multiple championships. How do you manage when you see setbacks or you face setbacks or failures? How do you motivate yourself to overcome that situation?
Firstly, I go back to training. But it's quite bizarre. I don't have the word in English, but I prefer to fight because it takes conscience to me that I need to do more, to progress. Yeah.
Which is very important, I guess. Being an athlete, you have to all the time do more. Who is your inspiration in sports? Someone that motivates you a lot, or you see him as your idol, you know, like your future inspiration. Like, who's that specific person?
To be honest, I don't have an idol or inspiration. The inspiration for me are the people that I follow on social media. It's my motivation, and I don't have any people. When I was a child, I was a football idol. It was Fabrizio Ravanelli. It was a football player, but now no, especially.
Let's say if Steve was not in marathon, where he would have been today?
A football player.
Football player representing France, maybe in club levels like cities level, the League 1 or League 2, right?
No, not at this level. No.
What piece of advice you have received in your sports career, and also would you like to give today to young people who wants to participate in this sport?
For me, the most important is to take pleasure. So I keep this word to my child. He has 6 years, and yeah, take pleasure firstly, and you need to have a consistency, to be patient. But take pleasure is yeah.
Right. Thank you very much, Steve, for your time today. It was really nice to meet you. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
So now we will move to our next session, which is Dash and Dine, where I can say a name. It could be any personality around the world, and you have to choose if you would like to have dinner with them or you just don't like them. So if you say dine, it means you like them, you would like to have dinner with them. Or if you say dash, it means you don't like them. Mark Zuckerberg.
Dine.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Dine.
Rafael Nadal.
Dine.
Conor McGregor.
Dine.
Donald Trump.
Dash.
A rapid crush, where I will say few names. It could be any product names like cell phone or maybe cars, and you have to give me one name that comes to your mind or you like the most. Like, but you have to be quick. Like if I say cars, maybe Toyota comes to your mind, or maybe Honda comes to your mind. So you have to be quick, okay?
I try, okay.
Watch.
Watch course.
Laptop.
Lenovo.
T-shirt.
Puma.
Shoes.
Adidas.
And cell phone.
Samsung.
Instagram or TikTok.
Instagram.
We have the next segment. We have the next segment, which is Magic Saga, where I can say if you could get magical powers, what would you like to do, or who would you like to meet, stuff like that, okay? If you could get magic carpet, where would you like to travel?
Above the sea.
If you could become a magic chef, what food would you like to cook for yourself?
Pizza.
Italian pizza?
Italian pizza, yeah.
If you could get a magic chair, like the one we have, who would you like to be? Like any powerful person, any sports person, if you could get a magic chair to become, who would you want to become?
Fabrizio Ravanelli.
If you could get a magic mirror that can replace your sports marathon with another sports, which sports would you like to have?
Football. Yeah.
We have the next segment, which is a pick-a-pick where he has to choose one name. You can become Cristiano with the C today, or maybe LeBron James, or Usain Bolt, or could be Shah Rukh Khan. So let's go and have our pick-a-pick segment. Here we are with pick-a-pick. Let's see who is going to present today. Is he going to be Cristiano with the C? Is he going to be LeBron James with the silencer? Usain Bolt to the world, or Shah Rukh Khan of Bollywood? So let's try. Steve, your luck today. Please shuffle. Yes, just shuffle.
Shuffle. Then this one, Cristiano Ronaldo.
So you are ready for Cristiano?
Yeah.
It's you?
Yeah.
Ronaldo!
Subscribe to watch my story with Ali.